Yes, we are live. Hello, everyone. Hello, amazing people. My name is Anangsha Alamyan, and welcome to this amazing news session. This is a session by Mehedi Hassan Remon, who is a 22-year-old cybersecurity student from Bangladesh. He's also a brand ambassador for HackerOne and is a very active bug bounty hunter. Recently, he got some cool bug he shared on Twitter as well. So I'm so proud of all the amazing achievements of our amazing speakers. So before we get started with Ramon's talk, here is a little bit of a small rules for you. The first one is that if all the recordings of all these sessions will be available later on when you log into this airmeet platform, you are going to find all the recorded versions of every video that you missed. So don't worry, if you miss a session, you can always attend it later on. Aside from that, the session is going on all the time. You can join our you can go to our reception, then click on the lounge. There you can see the tables where the speakers are going on, or you can go to the schedule and click on the fluid space. There you can join the amazing networking sessions. Aside from that, we have parallel speaker sessions. So you can just move around like you do in a normal conference, in a real life conference. And then you can see which talk relates to you more and you can attend that talk. But one request I have for you is that please don't open multiple tabs of this event because it's creating some issues. People are getting logged out of it and there is some problems. So if you want to have a smooth and seamless experience, please do all the navigation in one tab only. You can just leave the session and join another session if you want to do that. But don't open multiple tabs unless you want to be logged out and face all the hassle of logging in again. All right. The biggest part is that we have a support table that's available throughout this event. You can always go there, and some of our team members are going to be online. You can just ask them any questions that you have. All right. So without further ado, let us start with Ramon's talk.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome in IWCON 2022. Today I will be sharing my bug bounty journey so you can learn from my bug bounty experience. I will try my best to deliver good content and help you out today. Who am I? Okay, my name is Mehedi Hassan Remon. I am 22 years old, CSE student, currently playing the role as a brand ambassador at HackerOne. You also can stay connected with me in Twitter. My Twitter handle is Remonsec. Here is today's talk roadmap. First of all, I will share about my story, how I started those things. Then I will share about the mistakes I made so you can learn from my mistakes without actually doing it. Then I will share some tips according to my personal bug bounty experience and knowledge. So, story time. Okay, I actually never had a laptop before college. In Bangladesh, your parents think that computers will destroy their children's future. They will just play games and do unnecessary things. So parents are not that friendly with modern gadget things. And my family also middle class family, so my parents was not able to afford a computer for me that time. But in my birthday, my uncle gifted me a laptop. So after that day, it changed my life. But the problem was still the time I didn't have any Wi-Fi connection. So the only thing with that laptop I was doing just playing video games. Yup, I was playing video games like Call of Duty a lot. Call of Duty is a paid game, you know. So I after completing a series, I started looking for the next series. But as it's paid and I didn't have any credit card that time, I saved some pocket money for a CD. I brought a CD, but that CD didn't work. I was not able to install that CD. Then I searched online from my mobile device how to install Call of Duty from the CD. It didn't work. Then I searched how to play Call of Duty for free. Okay, so after searching that things, I started getting resources like a cracked website. There they shows you how you can install a cracked software and yeah, those things. Those cracked website UI also look so cool, so I used to visit there a lot of time. But from my mobile device, I was not able to install it because it's really huge, like 60 GB to 90 GB data. So I was not able to do it from my mobile data. I started convincing my mom for a Wi-Fi connection. After a couple of weeks, my mom bring Wi-Fi connection in our home, and then I downloaded that cracked software and started playing that. I also used to download random cracked software from those null forums, and I was actually uh, vis I was actually like continuously visiting those cracked soft website for more cracked softwares. And what I noticed that time, most of the users actually having name like anonymous with a profile picture. I was like, why everyone having same name and same profile picture there? Then I searched that name anonymous online and I found that it's a hacker group or something like that. Though those users are not real things, but yep, it sounds really interesting to me, like why everyone using their same name. After learning the term that how they do hacking for justice, all those things, I was like motivated with their motivation and I started feeling like my passion and interest on hacking. Sadly, with some misguidance, I started it as a black hat hacker. Yep, black hat, but not real black hat, random black hat. What I mean, I was following random resources online that available to me, and I was getting connected with random people, random community, random groups, internet. After like spending 1 2 years, I was having really good folks there from black hat communities. We used to learn together and challenge each other. Whatever, those are not that realistic challenges. Those are like um, performing public exploit, shell random website, those things not recommended. I'm just saying for educational purpose only. Anyway, one day morning I saw a bounty post from one of those black hat folk. So what was there? It was a $25 bounty for reporting a security issue. I was like, what happening? Company pay hackers for hacking them? Then I asked him that what was it? He told me that the company paid him for reporting a security issue. I was like, okay, it sounds cool. Then I asked him to teach me about that vulnerability. It was P5 level vulnerability actually, but in that time, some company accepted that. It was SPF. So as you can see, I reported it everywhere, even in HackerOne. After reporting it for like several programs, I ended up having minus marking. It actually broke me so badly cause when he showed me there was reports on HackerOne that shows good amount of bounty for reporting SPF. But when I reported, it turned all red marks with -5 reputation. So I was like, wait a minute, what happening actually? That guy reported same vulnerability, he received good amount of bounty, but when I reported, it turns into -5. So I was like, it's injustice. White hat is not for me. I should go back to black hat again. But by what I can say, by blessing, I met another guy. His name is Priyal Islam Khan. So he was that time at one of the top bug hunter of Bangladesh. So I asked that guy, bro, can you teach me bug bounty things? How you do it? Can you share something about bug bounty? And then what he did, he shared write up Yup, a write-up that says like getting started 001 in bug bounty. Trust me, that write-up changed the whole story. That write-up starts with some kind of idea like who is hacker, why they hack, and about the hacker culture, what it means to actually become a hacker. So if you follow that write-up, it will give you a solid idea about hacking. Before that, I was just doing random stuff, but after following that write-up, I actually started getting the real idea what is hacking. Then that write-up also shares something about those technical skills like networking basics, web basics, how things work, IP, those things. Then it also share ideas about programming. Then it share ideas about vulnerabilities with uh, book videos and reference. So yeah, it's recommended resource for you. After following that write up, I started feeling interested in white hat hacking. Yup, from that day, I started approaching as a white hat hacker. I studied that write up and resources for 2 3 months. Then I started hacking on self hosted programs like responsible disclosure programs. If you search online, responsible disclosure program, reward policy, something like that, you will find them. They are easy actually because professional hunters don't hack that much on those programs. They are buggy, and some of those programs don't even pay you. Some of those programs will just give you Hall of Fame certificates, those things. So as beginner, it's really good place to start. I started applying those knowledge that I learned from that bug bounty write up on those self-hosted programs. Though I was only able to find low security issues, but I was able to find security issues actually that helped me to boost up my confidence, and then I shifted in background. But immediately the problem I faced that background actually don't accept those vulnerabilities like in responsible disclosure policy, if you report low issue, they will take it as low or something like that. But that same issue in background you will see in P5 zone, or maybe if you report it you will get duplicate. So when I changed that platform from self-hosted to background, I immediately started facing that issue. I was having a lot of dupe and P5. So I was like broke again, like what's happening? Then I figured out that it's actually this is how those platforms work. They care about impactful and valid security issues, but in self-hosted programs, it depends on that programs. If they believe it's a issue, you will get your reward. If they believe it's not, then you will not. That's all. With that current knowledge, I was not able to hack on background that much, so I took a break again and I started learning again. I brought a book that called Web Application Hacker Handbook 2, and also I brought books like Bug Bounty Playbook version 1 and version 2. I started taking notes from those books, and I used to follow each and every video of Namsek, Stock, then Insider PhD, those hunters. I used to take notes, all of those resources, videos, write-ups, everything, and I started making a methodology for myself. Then, after 5 6 months of study with those books, videos, resources, I started hacking on HackerOne, and I started actually hack on VDB programs because VDB programs are actually easy than BBB programs. And if you hack VDP programs continuously, you will start getting private invites, I think so. So I started hacking on VDP programs and started getting bugs there. Then they started sending me private invites, and I started hacking on those private invites. So this is how I actually transformed from a Call of Duty gamer to black hat to white hat. So here I'm now today. I'm also learning like you. I'm not that professional, but yep, we will learn together and hit together. So what mistakes I did? First of all, I was like depend on single resource. So I recommend you that don't depend on a single resource. What it means actually, when I was in Black Hat, I used to only follow their culture, resources, and what available there. I never search anything more that was not there or that they don't do offer. So it's a mistake from my end. If I searched more thing that time, I may not waste my time on those random hacking stuff. So yep, don't depend on a single resource. Search your own and explore your own things. Then choose a career path from very beginning. What it means that in hacking, there are a lot of platform, lot of roles, lot of places to do. You can't like master in all skill. You should master in one specific skill. By choosing a career path, it will guide you how to go. Like I choose the career path as a penetration tester, so I only work in web-based things. But before that, like 2 3 years back, I used to do everything like from malware to whatever you can name it. I used to experiment with everything. It's good, but for a long run, you should focus in one place. So if you choose a career path for yourself, it will help you for a long run, and you will not waste your times on random hacking stuff. But yeah, it's fun to explore what this hacking era offer you, and then learn one topic at a time. What it means like don't pick up 4 or 5 different topics and start learning them at one time. It will like you will get confused, and end of the day you will see no result. If you pick one specific topic and one specific area and start experimenting on that, after a couple of weeks or maybe months you will start seeing results. But if you pick lot of different and separate topic area and you started learning them all at once, you will not have that enough time to cover all of the areas, so end of the day you will see no results. So it's recommend to pick one topic at a time, learn it, do it well, and then pick another one. And here's some bug bounty tips that I would like to share with you. First of all, make a roadmap for yourself. What it means actually, listen, you are the one who know yourself, right? You know where you are good at, you know where you are bad at. So create something like a roadmap or a routine, whatever you say. Mark all your weaknesses, like where you should work, what are the things you are bad at, why you are not able to do it, so and so on. First of all, learn yourself, how you behave, learn your weaknesses, and start working on those areas. Bug bounty is not uh, about those technical stuff only, it also about a lifestyle that you have to maintain. So create a routine, schedule or roadmap how you will start and how you will move forward. It will help you a lot. And then disconnect yourself from unnecessary zones. What it means, look, you will not have enough time to waste. Bug bounty itself is a competitive area, so it's important to work with time. If you start wasting your times in random places that you should not, it will kill your time. So disconnect yourself from areas that kill your times. What I mean, before back, starting background, I used to um, do Facebook a lot, but after joining Bug Bounty, I deleted my Facebook account and started using Twitter. I have one like temporary account on Facebook that I only use for Messenger, but most of the time I deactivate that Facebook account. So yeah, it's important for you to learn what are the things killing your time and disconnect yourself from those areas, and then start living a bug bounty life. Yeah, what it means, bug bounty is not just a work, it's actually a culture, lifestyle, you know. It's not like you are just doing some freelance stuff, it's also a culture. In Twitter you will see bug bounty, Infosec community. You see people continuously upload things there. You have to monitor those assets there, what they share, what ideas they offer you, and stay connected with all bug hunters. So yeah, it will be so fun. Get connected with more bug hunters around you, stay active there, and learn and share together. That's all for today, and also sorry for my bad English. If you have any question, you can ask.
Hello, everyone. Amazing talk by Remon. I can already see the love you are showing in the chats. So, Remon is here live. If you have any questions, please ask in the chat section, people. He's going to answer them live. So, before we go, let me show you some compliments that you have already received. So, people are sharing the blog post that you talk about, and people are saying that you are really inspiring, and many people have said that they are your fan, and they love your work. So it's so amazing that you joined us, Ramon, for this event. Thank you for this amazing talk. Let's see the Q&As one by one. So we have a question by Pranav, which says, what is API security? Would you like to take that question, Ramon?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello. Okay, thank you guys for your love and support. So I have a question like, what is API security? Mm. It's actually not a question, it's kind of discussion, right? So I would like to answer a question that related with today's topic, like from my experience or something like that. If I
Yeah,
keep on
definitely.
discussion, it will take a long time.
Long time for sure. So we have one question that is related to today's topic. It's by Sahil, and it says, "What is more preferable, books or hours of theory lectures from courses?"
Okay, listen this one carefully. Study is actually your personal thing. It depends like how you study. Some feel good with books, some feel good with lectures, but there are kind of universal method to study. You can follow a chart. I think it's available online, study chart or study diagram, maybe something like that. uh, there's YouTube channel called Insider PhD. He showed how you can study for hacking. But as you asked, what is the most good way, books or lectures? You actually have to follow both, book, lecture, your own practice, and you also have to teach someone else, by discussing.
That makes a lot of sense because it's not like a book will not magically teach you anything, and you have to put in
Yeah,
effort as well.
but
Amazing.
you also need those books for reference purpose, what
Exactly.
that writer shared with you, those things.
True. So we have a question. You recently reached 500 reputation points. I think it's 1500 recently, right?
Yeah.
How much time and hard work it took you to get that?
Okay, first of all, you have to understand about that hunter. Like, I am a part-time in bug bounties. I do study in computer science. So for me, it's kind of research purpose. I hunt on my personal researches. Like when I started, there was a topic for me for 403 bypasses. Then I started with info disclosure and kindly doing some exercise and recon things. So for me, I actually hunt on my research things. It's not like I hunt regular or daily basis. So it took around 2 years to reach that point. But I don't hunt a daily basis. I hunt when I get time.
That's very, very interesting. So much you have achieved by doing just part time. Okay. So this question we have from a lot of people. What are your future plans in the field of bug bounty?
Okay, so let me be honest with you. At this point, I actually started as data entry executive. Like, I used to do job things. I also used to do freelance and business, but I failed every single area. Okay, so finally I found the background is the only place I feel good and working for me. I i have kind of plan like to become a full-time bug hunter, because I'm not good with any kind of corporate field. So I will go for a full-time bug hunter.
How? You said you're not from computer science, so what are you studying?
It's CSA, computer science engineering, software
Okay,
development.
computer science. Okay. All right. So another question we have: what is your approach to learn new things?
Mm. So when I like hear about a new topic, like new topic arrive about suppose log4j. So from that time, like for 2 or 3 weeks, I will only do research, learn, and my whole life will be about that log4j. I will do nothing else. Um, then I will try to find that specific vulnerability or method in real world. Like after learning about log4j, I try to find in real world websites, and after finding a bug, I like, okay, now it working. So my approach to learning new thing is first learn theoretically and then go for practically, and try to reproduce those skill in real world scenario.
That's so amazing. I think that's true for every skill as well. Like
Yeah,
first
like
theoretically
actually
and practically.
no one care actually what you know. uh, you
Exactly.
have to do it.
Exactly. Your work will speak for you. That's it. Nothing else matters.
Yeah.
Right. So we have another question from Haria. It says, "How to build methodology?" I hear it from so many people to build, but actually end up following someone else's methodology.
Okay, methodology is actually so personal thing, because you know that it comes from experience and your personal views. So for me, my methodology is based on reconnaissance, info gathering things like passive and active, those things. For someone else, maybe his methodology kind of for testing the main application, logic flows, so and so on. So if you are trying to build your own methodology, first learn where you are good at, like what kind of things you do mostly, how you feel good with your target, and then pick those topics and then chaining them with another topic, so and so on. So building a methodology depends on your own personal experience and skill.
That definitely makes a lot of sense. So the next question, I think many people will have this question in their mind. So if someone wants to hug bugs, but they're feeling lazy or not inspired, so how do you keep up that motivation, especially in the beginning when you're starting?
Okay, so actually it's 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 really so relatable because every
Because
time you
when
will
you
not feel
start, you won't get the
motivated.
bugs immediately, right? It would take you some time and effort and practice. So how do you not give up in that initial time?
Yeah, actually, every time you'll not feel motivated. There will be a
Yeah.
lot of time you will feel like, oh man, not again. I don't want
Mm.
to see my laptop again. So it actually depends on the personality. If you have kind of never give up personality, it's easy for you. But in general, set goals. What I mean, like, keep doing until you hit your goals, or split your goals into small separate things. Like, you can say this week I will find 5 low bugs or one high issue. So you know what you are doing, you have a clear view. This will keep you motivated, like you are not done yet, you have to do it.
Amazing. So that is true for again every every skill, not just hacking. So you have to not give up. All right. So another
uh,
question we have: which method you prefer most for hunting?
Actually, I'm not able to understand what you mean by method.
Okay. So if you can please elaborate on this question, it will be really cool.
Yeah,
Can
because
you share?
uh,
Yeah.
every different hunter have their own style of hacking. So for me, like, it's kind of learning new thing and then using those skill in my targets. That's all. I don't have any proper checklist or methodology yet. What I'm doing, I'm just learning and testing my skill. That's all.
Amazing. So another question, this might be important for many people. So what do you recommend for beginners? Playing around with labs or go direct for targets?
Okay, so what mistake I made, actually, I didn't pass good time with labs. I, like, directly choose target and started uh, hacking those things. You have to balance this idea, lab and real world target. In lab they simulate vulnerability, so you will know what type of vulnerabilities exist in this world. Then in real world, go and search for those issues. But most of the case, real world target will act differently because they are sandboxed. They are not that buggy. So get the general view from lab. Don't spend like whole life on labs. Just spend a good amount of time to understand. When you see you are okay understanding how things work, then pick a target and start hacking for those skill.
Amazing, makes sense. I think everyone wants to know the answer to this question. How much time did it take you to get the first bounty?
For me, it took like one night. but
One
but
night,
but
wow.
you saw that it was not a bug, it was a low issue. So I don't take it as a bug. For a realistic bug, it took 6 months.
Wow.
So you can see, it's hard actually.
It is definitely hard. Otherwise, everyone would do it. um,
Yeah.
Another question. Can you share any black hat forum to join?
mm, Actually, it's not recommended because you will just wasting your time on those forums. What I recommend, you join Infosec community in Twitter. You see, it's
Amazing.
amazing.
Thank you so much for the shout out. Okay, another question. Bug bounty recon manual or automation tools for beginner?
Okay, if you are beginner, don't touch any automated tool, okay? Because you will like feel, uh, what I'm trying to say, like, you will become so lazy because you will find bugs with those tools, but you will not understand what you are finding. Okay, if you run automated tool for finding like XSS, then you will get some XSS, but you will not understand what that payload is for. So if you're beginner, try to learn from the root why it occur, how it happened, and then automate your process. So definitely go with manual approach and then automate your manual things.
Cool. That is very interesting. So this we have a big question from Ali. It says, "How do I choose which program to test? There are so many programs." And the second question is, "When I'm done with Recon, what do I start searching for?" As you know, there are a lot of bugs, and I'll get duplicate.
Sorry, can you repeat again? I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
not aware.
How do I choose which program to test? There are so many programs.
Okay, so it depends on your current situation. If you are totally beginner, then I will recommend you choosing wild scope programs and pick them from responsible disclosure policy. What I can confirm, they are really so buggy, and you will get bugs there for like for easily. And if you are doing it for learning purpose, do with programs that don't pay, like they may give you hall of fame or certificates. So those are easy programs, so you can start with those programs and then step by step move on like harder one.
All right, yeah, that is very cool. So one question I think other people will also have. So Ramon, can you share your some great finding that even you were amazed after finding it?
Okay, I will name like for 403 bypasses,
Mm-hmm.
because I found my first bug on 403 bypass like by mistake. There was a firewall, so I was putting random characters like for fun, how it be, but suddenly I saw whoop, it bypassed, and like, oh man, really? Then I started making more payloads and like passively checking for more bypasses and so on. So uh, that was the finding that amazed me.
So cool. Uh, the next question is, how long do you hack on a target before moving on?
I actually never move on. I always monitor
Wow.
my targets. even i- Even if I am hacking like separate programs, I have eye on my like previous program. So I have a like huge database collection in my device for monitoring my programs. So yeah, like I pick programs for long run, and I
Amazing.
keep my eyes on those programs. Then I hack new programs, and but also I keep eye on previous programs, so and so on.
Very cool. So, the question that you answered a few minutes ago, how long it took to get your first bounty, actually, this question was that when you started your journey, from then, how much time did it take you to earn money? Actually, that was the question.
Okay, so actually, sorry, because I was a bit of confused. Actually, I started like as a black hat, then I turned it wider. So within that black hat range, I actually had the basic idea how things work. So it didn't take that long, but after like officially starting about bug bounty things, it took that night, one night.
Okay, okay, that is very good. That's amazing. Uh, all right. So I think the time for this session is almost over. Ramon, you did an amazing job. Thank you so much for having being a speaker here. It was really nice having you. So many people are inspired. You can see so many people are giving hearts. So you
Yeah,
know,
actually,
Ramon, if you have some time, you can hang around in the or lounge. There we have a speaker table, so you can take a
uh,
table and people who have questions they can ask you from there. Is that all right?
yeah, what I want to confirm that I know them all. Like they are from all Twitter, and I am connected
Okay.
with every one of them. So I know them all personally there.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right. So, Ramon, feel free to hang around. We have the networking going on and other sessions as well. So, you can attend any session that you wish. We have four more amazing sessions coming up from for now. Two more amazing sessions coming up. So, everyone who's attending, the next session will begin in 20 minutes. We have two parallel sessions by Harsh Botra and Vandana Verma. So please stay tuned for in 20 more minutes the next sessions will start. Until then, feel free to check out our networking booths. Feel free to check out our lounges and that's it. If you have any questions, you can always ask Ramon on Twitter. You will follow him. His Twitter handle is RamonSec. That's it. So thank you for attending, people. See you again at the next session.